Okay, so this is my first game video. I went out yesterday to game and purchased Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, which is a new PS3 exclusive. It's probably the best game that I've bought in the past 3 years, and so the menu is pretty sweet. Great graphics, nice animation all the way through. And just after this, we're just going to go on to the starting credits of the game, I guess. So we'll just wait for that to come on.
So, this is the child who will save the world.
Why did you set out on this journey in the first place? It's my mom. I have to save her.
Teachers! Bring us more!
Now leave me alone. Go! Come on, don't go getting all soppy on me.
I'm sorry, I couldn't save her.
First, you will have to save yourself.
So here we've got our first views of the combat, so most of you can see that the graphics are pretty stunning. It's all done in the typical anime style. These are obviously the later boss fights, which I haven't yet got to. I've just passed the Guardian of the Woods. There's your little dragon that you get later on in the game. So the graphics visually look absolutely stunning, and
engaging.
So that's the first insight that you get if you just wait on the start menu for a bit, and then we're back to the title scene. So I'm going to continue from where I am at the moment. My character, I've left him named as Oliver. You don't really get a choice, but when you write in your wizard's companion, you kind of choose your little name that goes in there. So, as I say, I've kept with Oliver, and you have Dribbly, your little Welsh companion, who, well, I can't kind of ruin where he comes from. So here I'm just in one of the local inns. You can see that, again, it's quite a fantastic design, and all the graphics are absolutely brilliant. So at the moment I'm just on a quest to find the King's Red Herring. So we're in Ding Dong Dell at the moment. So you get like little pots that are hanging around everywhere. People all about the place, it's fantastic. The environment is absolutely beautiful. I mean, to look at this is just fantastic, but really you can't expect much more from the people that have made it. So level 5, Studio Ghibli, it's just absolutely stunning. I couldn't have asked for a better game to start with this year. So I shall carry on my quest for looking for the red herring. One of the things that kind of struck me about this game is that it's not all the same running all the time. So as you go down the steps, you can see that his movement differs. It's tiny, but it makes it more realistic, I think. So, right, this way. Go past the clothing shop where you get your cape and new garments. There's your little cat lady. So one of the great things about Ni no Kuni is that right up at the top, right up at the top here, we've got our little world mini-map, which is so useful in game. And it's been something that quite a few RPGs have been missing for rather a long time, I think. And it does make things much better in the game. It makes things easier to find, easier to do. So right, looking for the red herring. which is right at the top of these steps here. So throughout the game you get like little mini quests. So when you go to one of the stores, what we find is we get given a merit stamp card, which is in the journal here. So these are like your little quests that you can pick up. So I've got a splash of colour on at the moment, and hide and seek. So I've done most of that quest. I just need to find the last child. But again, so there's your little bounty hunt page. Haven't started any just yet. So loads of stories, and so this is what we've kind of gone through so far. So anyway, so I've got one stamp card right at the bottom, and there we go, that's my little stamp card page, and you can get different things for doing different stamp cards and stuff like that, which is really good. So right, we'll go back to the menu, so I'll just talk about the menu for a little bit. So we've got the Wizard's Companion, which is your main device, I guess, for looking up different things. So you can go right from the beginning, or it has different chapters. So if I take you to the magic page, okay, so this is kind of the outline. You get different pages as you go through. So I'll just show you this page here. So this is how to summon a familiar and how to change worlds. Okay, so this is the familiar spell, and as you can see, you get like little stories all the way through. And if you buy the Wizards edition, you get the actual book with it. But I don't have nearly 130 quid to spend, so I kind of had to cut down on that. So it's fantastic. The system that you go through is brilliant. There's the Nazcon alphabet, which you can use throughout the game. So you have their own little language, quite similar to hieroglyphs in a sense. So we'll go out of here now. And just a few little things, the telling stone, so that just helps you figure out what to do. Obviously you've got your settings menu there, friends and familiars, okay, so you can look at Oliver here, and obviously you can see his weapons, you can look at the stuff you can do. So we'll go into his abilities. So at the moment I have Healing Touch and Fireball. Fireball's a brilliant spell, and Healing Touch is obviously fantastic for keeping yourself sustained in battle. So, but also magic isn't just for in battle, sorry. It's also for in game. So with the quest that I'm doing at the moment, looking for the children, 2 of them so far have both been hurt. So you obviously cast a spell on them, heal them, and then they go home to their mum. So the bottomless bag, this is just basically your inventory. So you've got different things, obviously weapons, armour. Ooh, that's new. Didn't even know I had that. Creature cage. Okay, so this is probably my favourite part of the menu. So you get to look at your familiars and you get to treat them. So I think I'll feed him a cake. As you can see, Smiles eats it, and then his fullness goes up, and obviously he gets more familiar of you as you go. So right, we'll leave the creature cage. You got your locket, which is for when you get different hearts, different parts of a heart of somebody. So the one that I've got so far is enthusiasm. So back into game. So again, running up the steps, everything seems to be really good. Dribbly is fantastic, great companion, quite a good laugh actually. So first cutscene. So there's 3 different types of cutscenes. There's these kind of cutscenes, so you get the text coming up at the bottom, no voiceovers. One of the best things I think about Drippy is the way that he talks. They've actually made him talk visually when they're doing by like little subtitles at the bottom. So he actually, if you read it, if you were to play it in your head, it would sound Welsh, which is great. And then you obviously get the normal animated cutscenes, and then you get the drawn anime cutscenes. Personally, my favourites are the drawn anime cutscenes, just because I think they just look the best. They've got Dribbly carrying his little fish. So, off to see the guards and go and see King Tom of the Cat People. So here will be our first meeting with King Tom of Ding Dong Dell.
A pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty.
So it was you who delivered one's treasure back to one?
So this is one of these drawn anime cutscenes,
Yes, Your
so one of my
Majesty.
favourites, fantastic.
You wish for a prize, eh?
Go on, man. Ask him.
Come now, don't be shy.
Well, Your Majesty,
Out with it now!
we need your wand.
One's wand. Mine. Huh? What did you say?
Crikey.
That smell. Could it be?
That's right, Your Majesty. He's not from our world. He's the one whose power freed me from my prison.
What? You mean he broke his spell? This little boy?
Yes.
Do you understand what you're saying, Fairy?
You have to see-
Once you defy him, there's no turning back.
I know, but...
But what precisely?
Well, you know, he might be able to...
It's not one's concern. You may not have the wand. Now be gone.
Does that mean no wand, Mr. Drippy?
Looks like it.
So how do we get the wand now?
So here we switch back to the normal animated cutscenes.
Something wasn't quite right about our royal friend. Broken-hearted he is, or I'm broken-headed.
The king is?
Lacking enthusiasm, it looked like. And because he's broken-hearted, the whole kingdom's being dragged down with him.
What are we waiting for?
So it looks
Let's go
like now
find
I'm going to
the
have to go on
piece of
a
missing.
quest to go and find some enthusiasm from somebody
You don't
else,
need much encouragement,
which will
do you?
require taking part of somebody's heart who has a bit too much enthusiasm, and then giving that enthusiasm back to King Tom. Which is one of the main things about the game, fixing broken-hearted people. So here's our first introduction properly to the Telling Stone, who seems to know pretty much everything you need to know about the game. So yeah, occasionally you get these little cards that pop up so that they give you a little bit of instruction. Okay, so let's go find some enthusiasm. As well, you can see that the animation kind of just goes seamlessly back into gameplay usually, which is another great feature about the game. So all the sounds, the animations, the voiceovers, it's just all brilliant, done seamlessly, which is great thanks to Studio Ghibli. So right, so here's Ollie pretty much in his full form. So we've got his little locket there. And Dribbly has to be one of my favourite characters in the game. He's just so fun, and his Welshness is great. So let's go find some enthusiasm, guys. So here, you probably can't see on the mini-map. Let me just zoom in up there. Doop, doop, doop. Oh, damn it. Okay, so can you see there with a little blue glowing dot? That usually means there's a quest there. And she's one of the people that I've got a quest going for at the minute. So, off this way. Looks like we're going to be heading down to the sewers. Ooh. So, we have to fetch some enthusiasm out of this lad. Oh, Ghibli's brilliant. Dribbly's absolutely brilliant for his comic lines. Fantastic. So this is a guy that you can meet earlier on who's looking for mice to kill. And obviously he becomes more important as the game progresses. So here comes up the usual, well, all the spells that we have, so everyday spells. Then we've got battle spells and all spells. So everyday spells, these are all spells that you can use any time in the game, pretty much. Spirit Medium was one I picked up, allows, well, basically means that you can talk to characters in the game who are dead. So, right, we want to take heart. So we've nicked a bit of his enthusiasm. It's transferred into our locket here. There we go. There's our enthusiasm. Right, so that's that sorted, and now the king has some enthusiasm. So instead of just taking you to go and see the king now, I'm just going to stray out of here a little bit and just check around here for any... treasure chests. So these are all around in the game. So I got some iced coffee, which I think is an MP item. So yeah, there's little things hidden all around the game, which is good. Similar to Final Fantasy, I guess, in its treasure chests. Here's the little inn that you come to. You've obviously got people all around. The guard, so this guard here is the first person that you kind of deal with that is broken hearted. There are limitations to the map, like you can't go off the paths that obviously aren't shown on the mini-map, but it doesn't really matter. So here is the main world map, which is absolutely huge. I mean, as you can see, we've got all of this, and I'm not even that far into the game, to be quite honest. So it's a bit of a different view, not as close up. So let's go find some monsters to kick ass. Right. So, like Final Fantasy, you get preemptive strikes. So if you see a monster before they see you, okay, so this time it's just going to be hopefully, should be a normal fight.
Watch this!
I think one of the best things about this game has to be that the monsters are that cute, you don't actually want to fight them. So, okay, so for the battle, it will start off and it will show you, you can either pick Oliver or Mighty, so that's the name that is given to him when you first get him. You can obviously change that, but I like to keep things kind of as the game has them. So, we'll pick Mighty first. So, familiars have... okay, so here you can swap between Oliver and Mighty. And if you can see this little circle around Mighty's little body here, that shows his stamina. And stamina runs out. Once it does, he kind of gets taken back in, and then you have to wait again until his stamina fills up. So at the minute they're about to use some powerful attacks. So you've got attack, cut loose, and defend here for Mighty, and then the options for Oliver are a bit different. So, I'm just going to come out of this and try and defend. Okay, so defend, you have little timers at the side, if you can see that, and that kind of protects you. So, Oliver and Mighty share the same health and the same MP. So, you can defend attacks like that, but I'm just going to use my cut loose, just to kind of deal with this a bit quicker. Okay. That was pretty simple. And then obviously the next fight I'm going to get into, I'll show you a bit more of Oliver's abilities. Similar kind of end battle scene, similar to the Final Fantasy games, I guess. It's a bit Pokemon-esque, especially in the ways that we go into battle.
We can do this!
So, I'll fight with Oliver this time. Oliver isn't that powerful with his melee attacks. Ooh, did I defend in time? No. Didn't quite manage it. So, yeah, like I say, Oliver's a bit weaker in his attacks. Ooh, wow. That was a bit of a shock. Mighty's definitely stronger. So we have spells, provisions, run away, defend and attack. And they're your kind of main 5. You can use the right trigger, R2 and L2 to change, or you can use the directional buttons. But commonly, I think that R2 and L2 would be the ways that most people prefer to play, so that you can still move about. So again, a bit too slow on the defend there, but that's just because I'm trying to bide some time, I guess. Yeah, so with the battle system, what we have is, I guess, free roam. If anybody played Final Fantasy 12, very similar to that. So, right, okay, I'll show you spells. So you have Healing Touch and Fireball. So you have to use the directional keys to access those. It pauses the battle. So I'm going to cast Fireball on Rough B. It's going to wreck him. Ooh, bit stronger than first thought. So provisions here, you have white bread, so that's HP, MP, and then you can get elements like poison, blind, stuff like that. So again, quite similar to Final Fantasy. But just to make it clear, the games are completely different. I much prefer this to Final Fantasy, but I guess it's down to opinion. So you use L1 to change between Ollie and Mighty. So Mighty doesn't have, well, he has health that's basically the same as Oliver's, but he has stamina which stop him from coming out of battle. And so right, here we go. So I'm going to send Mighty out, just get him to finish the fight for us. So there we go. Battle done. Again, I really like the fight system on this. It's quite fresh, I guess, and it's really kind of smooth. There's no real gimmicks in it. It's just nice, smooth gameplay. So here, Sleepier Fowls. Again, like I say, it's really hard to kill some of these monsters because they are that freaking cute. I have a real weakness to adorability, and these are genuinely so cute, it's unreal. Oh yeah, so they drop little orbs which can help cure, and also just restore MP during battles. So there we go, battle done. So yeah, Ollie has his few little catchphrases like Neato. That's quite a common one so far. The monsters at the moment really aren't that strong because I'm just low level. Like I say, I only got it yesterday, not had long on it. General pause menu. Yeah, you can also toggle on and off the world map by pressing select, which is kind of useful if you just want to have that little corner there or you're not a fan. Right, okay. So sometimes you get these little sparkles in the woods. If I can. There you go, there's your little sparkle. Oh. So that little sparkle, you can just run over to it and then you can find something, booster shots. As well, something that I haven't shown yet is the ability to change abilities. So you have tricks and abilities. Abilities of people, tricks are for familiars. Okay, so this is Mighty's new little one. I got that at level 4. You can change them, teach them new ones, but you can at the max. You can have a max of 8 any time. So if you want them to learn new ones, then you're gonna have to delete a few, which is quite similar to Pokemon in a sense, I guess. You can evolve them as well, similar to Pokemon. But again, just the visuals on this game are absolutely stunning, and they really are. And then obviously, if you press R1, you've got this kind of whole world map. But this is just one region first, so I haven't done too much exploring. But we'll go back to King Tom. We'll give him his enthusiasm, and then I think that'll be it for now. So, off to see King Tom. I must say, the music done by the I think it's the Tokyo Philharmonic Orchestra is absolutely brilliant. It's really good, relaxed, chilled out. You never really going to get bored of it, which is good. So yeah, I really can't stress the smoothness of the game and kind of how flowing it is, and it's relaxed. So far I haven't got frustrated at any point, which is kinda uncommon for me. I usually get really stressy at games, but this is just one you can sit back, relax and play. Da, 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 da. Let's go see King Tom. Doop doop doo. Ooh. Oh, this is something new. Flippin' heck. Okay, so I guess by pressing R3 you get a first person view. Ooh, that's new, definitely. So I shall restore my map again. Let's go fix King Tom's broken heart. Drippy's fantastic. So, if you can see just here, picked out especially for you, Catface. He really doesn't care, Drippy. Great companion. Oh, he's just brilliant. He really does bring it on in the game, and it's just so funny. I think his thick Welsh accent is always good. Cheers you up when you need it. It's alright, so we're going to give heart. We're going to give him some enthusiasm to hopefully cheer everybody in the kingdom up. Here we go.
So, do you think it works?
Let's see, shall we?
What the devil was one up to?
Your Majesty, please tell us you're back to your old self.
Yeah.
King Tom doesn't seem so much of an arsehole right about now.
More energetic than most but one feels different somehow.
This is your doing, is it not? Then you must be rewarded. Your Majesty, it seems that these brave adventurers have lifted the curse that was placed upon you.
What? Is this true?
Yes, Your Majesty. It appears that you were cursed with a lack of enthusiasm.
Is that so? One certainly didn't feel oneself for a while there. It seems one is in your debt.
Yay, so we get a new spell as well. So you do get little spell pages all the way through which unlock your new spells, stuff like that. Ooh, rejuvenate. So, there we go, that's our 2 new spells. So that's it, and it will be goodbye from Ollie and Mr. Drippy. Feel free to leave your comments in the space below, and like the video if you like, or I could really do some advice and pointers. It is my first game video, so thanks for watching, and I know that 40 quid may seem a lot, but really Ni no Kuni is definitely worth it. Thanks very much for watching.